Hi there, it's Anna Olson, and thanks for popping by Oh Yum for a quick little kitchen tip. What I'm making is toasted kasha. This is a great gluten-free and nut-free way to add something crunchy to your dishes like soups, salads, yogurt, and more. It's really easy to make, and what I do is I start with half a cup of kasha, which is toasted buckwheat. Even though it has the word wheat in it, buckwheat is actually gluten-free. I'm going to put this into a strainer. And if you've ever made quinoa, you know to rinse it before you cook it. And I do the same thing here. And it's basically to wash off any surface starch so that once I soften it and then toast it, it's nice and crunchy and it won't stick together. There we go. Now I just transfer this to a little bowl. Get every bit out. And I've just brought some water up to a boil. So I'm going to measure 1/3 cup. And if you need these proportions, just check out the description below. And immediately I cover this. So I don't want to fully cook the kasha or I'd end up with porridge. I'll let this sit for about 20 minutes. It'll cool almost to room temperature. Then I'll drain and rinse it. I'll let it sit and fluff it up with a fork until it's cooled. All right, after the 20 minutes, I drain my soaked kasha and I give it time to cool, another 20 minutes. And what I like to do is fluff up the grains with a fork. That way I know it won't clump up. And now I just transfer it to a bowl. If you wanted to, you could toast this as is, but I like to add a hint of sweetness. Just like when I toast walnuts or pecans to put on top of a salad or sprinkle onto roasted vegetables, I do the same thing here. 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. You just loosely measure the maple syrup. And you just want to stir the kasha to make sure it's coated and spread it onto a parchment-lined baking tray. I've already preheated my oven to 350. I do this also when making granola. You want to spread it in as even a layer as you can. And as you roast it at 350 for about 25 minutes, stir it once or twice. That way you're loosening up the buckwheat grains so they stay distinct. Over the 25 minutes, you'll smell the earthiness of the buckwheat. It adds sweetness to Brussels sprouts sprinkled on a salad. It really is a great nut-free, gluten-free addition to your fall repertoire. Once you've let your toasted buckwheat kasha cool, then you can pack it away. You want to keep it in an airtight container. That way it stays fresh and crunchy for up to 2 or even 3 months. But I guarantee it won't be around that long. You really get a sense of how crispy these grains are. And just that hint of sweetness from the maple, amazing. You've got whole grain here. It's gluten-free, nut-free, crunchy with just a hint of sweetness. It really is a great addition to your festive fall and winter baking. How easy is that? So you have to subscribe to Oh Yum for more great tips just like that. And don't forget to hit on that notification bell.